I want you to picture this. You're in your room, your camera is ready, and you have a ring light there. And then the recruiter says, Matilda, please start your demo lesson. Definitely, your heart will race because this is not just an interview. You've just started the performance of a lifetime. Because with this performance, the recruiter literally holds the key whether you're going to teach in Japan or you're just going to be another face on their screen. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to perfect your demo lesson. Welcome to my channel, and my name is Matilda, and I've been teaching English in Japan for more than 6 years now. Okay, let's start with the basics. What is an online demo? Well, an online demo is just a teaching audition. It's how schools in Japan like AEON, Borderlink, Interac, Baby Kids Club, that's how they check your teaching style, your clarity, and your confidence without the expense of you flying to Japan for them to check that out. And some demos can be live on Zoom or Skype, and then others can be pre-recorded and then you upload them to maybe a Google Drive. Now, in these demo lessons, recruiters want to see the following: your pronunciation and pacing, how you engage imaginary students, how you use props, visuals, and your energy levels, and whether you can follow simple lesson instructions. And always remember, it's not about perfection, it's about showing the real you in the classroom. Let's move on to common demo formats. Now we have three formats that we have. The first one being a 5-minute pre-recorded video. And you'll be told to teach a variety of topics, which can be greetings, animals, or just a self-introduction. And you have to record yourself teaching students as if they're there. So these are going to be your imaginary students. Then format number two can be a live Zoom demo. This is when the recruiter pretends to be your student and they may act shy or confused. And this is how they test how you handle such kind of situations because they want to check on whether you stay patient, kind, and whether you can become creative with shy and confused students. Then the last format is the multi segment demo. This is where you may need to record short clips, like, 1 minute is like self introduction, 2 minutes will become phonics and reading segment, then the last 2 minutes can be a warm up or a game. So these are the main formats that are there for online demo lessons. Let's move on to your setup. And this is the stuff that happens behind the camera. So you have to be able to do sort of like mini production. And before you even hit record, number one, you have to check your lighting. If you can face a window or use soft light on a ring light, there should be no shadows. Your camera angle should be around eye level and you should not be looking down at your camera or looking up. Eye level is perfect. Also check that your background is plain and clean. White walls or neutral backgrounds are perfect because they do not have any distractions on them. Then the sound, your room should definitely be quiet and you should have stable internet and you should test your mic before test the line test. You should test your mic before you start recording. And your clothing should be business casual. A collared shirt or a blouse will do. Definitely, you shouldn't wear t-shirts or what I'm wearing now. You are not streaming. You are in a job interview. Recruiters instantly notice professional presentation. If your videos look clean, they already assume you're organized and reliable. So definitely please be mindful of what happens before you start recording. Let's move on to what they're actually scoring you on, what they're checking. So this is like the scoring checklist. So they're going to rate you on your energy. Are you lively, friendly, and positive? They're also going to check on your clarity. Do you speak slowly and clearly enough for ESL students? And for instructions, do you explain steps simply? For example, let's say it together instead of a long sentence. Like, for example, okay, students, now I'm going to do this, and then you do this. No, 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 no. You just tell the students, let's say together. That's what they're looking for. And then your engagement. Do you make eye contact? And do you use gestures? And do you smile? They're looking for this. And your creativity. Do you use props? Do you have flashcards? And if you have a drawing, that's definitely a bonus. So always remember that when you're teaching to an invisible class, look into the camera because they're assuming that the camera is the eye of the student. Do not look at the screen. So definitely look at the camera. Don't look at a viewfinder if you're going to be using like an extreme setup. Look at the camera, not the screen. I think you can differentiate when I look at the camera and when I look at the screen. So that's what you have to do. Then the next thing is let's decide on what simple structure you can use to make your demo stand out. So this is what most recruiters look for when you do your demonstration lesson. Definitely first do the greetings. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nani Nani Nani. How are you today? That's enough for greetings, and this should last 10 to 15 seconds. Then your warm up should be a song. Let's sing the hello song because you want the kids to become engaged in the lesson. After that, you move on to the target language or the vocabulary of the lesson. If it's going to be animals, you say, today we're going to be doing animals. You have your flashcards there, you flash them up lion, elephant, monkey, and you have to drill them according to how you feel the level of the student is. Then we go on to practice. You show the flashcard that you have and you do a gesture. For example, let's say you've told them that a lion is wow. So you show the card and you say, what's this? And then the student, oh, lion or something like that. And then we do the wrap up. Great work, everybody. I'll see you again tomorrow. That's definitely what you should do in a demo lesson, which is even if it's the Zoom lesson where it's with the teacher, with the recruiter, sorry, you can still follow that format. Greetings, hello song, vocabulary and target language. You do practice, and then finally you do the warm up way or the warm down where you're saying goodbye to the kids. Now let's move on to the common mistakes that people make. You should avoid these: speaking too fast. Remember, they imagine you are teaching kids and not adults. And you're also teaching beginners to English. So if you're going to speak like this, they're not going to understand what you're going to say. You have to use a normal speed. No, that wasn't fast forwarded. That was me. Then do not use a monotone voice. And a monotone voice goes like this. You should definitely sound alive. You do not need to shout, but you have to keep a warm note. Do not sound a lot like a robot. You have to have intonation in your voice. So that's what they're also looking for. They want you to be alive to show that you can keep kids engaged. Then do not overload your content. If you're doing, let's say they give you a topic for animals, don't use 10 cards. You can just use 3 to 5 basic animals: cat, dog, rabbit, lion, monkey. That's definitely just it. The maximum I'll tell you to do is 5 cards. Then ignoring the camera. Like I said before, the camera, that's the eye of the student. Do not ignore the camera. Talk to the students. Now, let's talk about how you can practice for your demonstration lesson. Definitely record 2 to 3 takes. Your first take will not be perfect. And watch yourself. Look at your energy. Is it good? Do you look natural? Are you stiff? When I started my YouTube thingy, I used to be very stiff. I'd be sitting like this. But now I've become more natural at it. And so you should also look at how your body language is because the recruiters can see if you're stiff and if you're not natural. Definitely check your time. Use 5 minutes. That's the best you can do. If you cannot fit everything into five, I think the maximum can be 7 minutes. And ask a friend to be a student and test your clarity. Check if your friend can understand your rules for a game, if you're going to do a game during the demonstration lesson. And always smile at the end. It leaves a friendly and final impression when they click play. Sorry, especially if it's going to be an uploaded video. It will be good for them to see you smiling when they see your video right there on the Google Drive. So, if it's a live demonstration lesson, then they might ask you some immediate follow up questions if you're going to be doing a demo lesson. And if it's pre recorded, you can expect a reply in a week or so. They'll email you and they'll call you if you did pass the test. So always remember to smile, use big gestures during the lesson, the demonstration lesson that you're going to be doing. And please remember to be clear, to be kind, also be confident, and let your personality shine through. If you want to teach young kids, a new language, you need to be someone who's very kind and patient because it's very, very hard. I want you to think back to when your English teacher was teaching you how to speak English, especially if you're not a native speaker like I am. And remember, recruiters do not want perfection. It will feel rehearsed and then there won't be any authenticity to it. And finally, if this video helped, I would really, really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, leave me a like, write down some comments. If you have something that you need me to improve on, just let me know in the comments. I really appreciate your feedback. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. And again, my name is Matilda. Thank you for watching.